rest of the students, you really go through this thing with me. So this is that very important 6 component that comes out 1 mark in your paper 1. Okay, 1 mark only. So this 1 mark, it will be, you circle with me, identifying, defining problems, making assumption and identifying variables, applying mathematics, you put it here for me, for students where you haven't write anything yet. And then number 4, it's about solutions. And number 5 is about refining. Number 6 is about reporting. So this is the 6 very important steps, okay, in your mathematical modeling. But eventually, when you talk about calculation question under mathematical modeling, right, they don't really talk about all these 6 components. This 6 component is like separated. In paper 1, it's just a flow. They will ask you about the sequence, everything. So I want students to look at this page and simultaneously, you just hold it and then you look at this page number 30. Let me see. You just answer me using this page. Okay, let me flip to the page that I want you to flip to. Yeah, you flip to page number 29, everybody come. 29. Okay, 29. Now, so what happens is that you are holding that page, right? You're holding that page. Now I'm going to ask everyone, you just try to refer, and tell me the answer. Okay, I'm going to read it to you. Paper 1 related. Which of the following statement is not related to the processes involved in mathematical modeling? So A, identifying and defining problems. Yes, so that's the one. Identifying and defining problems. Second, B, it says making assumptions, identifying variables. That's one of it, right? Okay, C, solving problems by guessing. I don't think so. I don't think there is any guessing thing. They say solve problem using what? Using mathematics. So C is wrong. D, verifying and interpreting solution in the context of the problem. Yes, this is a solution. Now, so I want to make this question harder a bit, okay, by a bit. I want student to tell me the numbers. Total, there is six steps, correct? Can you tell me A belongs to which step? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which one? Come. Just throw me your answers. Obvious, right? Obvious, huh? This is number 1. Very good. Okay, then can you tell me B step what? Oh, so yes, very good. Second step, can you tell me D step what? It's after mathematics, remember? So solution is the 4th one. Okay, tell me in the chat, what is the 5th one? Just tell me the keyword, can we do that? You don't have to type the whole sentence to me. I want keywords. What's the 5th one? Very good, refining. And finally, the last one, the 6th. Yes, reporting. So okay, can? Now, so again, I recap the process. You try to cover up, just focus on the chat now. Focus on the chat. I just want to recap the steps with you. Okay, steps with you. Cover up everything. Now try to answer by memory. If you can't answer, just put X. You can answer just hantam only. If you want to guess answer, just hantam also. Okay. Now everyone. So the first thing, I want students to tell me the first step. Just the keyword only. Very good. Problems. Right? The first one is problems. Of course, let's say you are slightly detailed, you will say identifying, defining problems. Okay, next. Tell me the second one. The second one, I want the keywords only. Okay, why not I tell you the first alphabets. Okay. The first alphabet start with A. Yes, assumption and identifying variable. So you can put assumption and variable. Okay, the third one, important words start with M. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. And the next one, yes, mathematics, you're right. Form 1 to Form 5 context. Then after that, next, what is it? Very good, solution. Okay, let me tell you something. Solution is basically your functions. Okay, your function, basically a formula. Okay, your formula. Okay, then the next one. Okay, the next one, refining and finally reporting. Okay, now, number 2, tell me what's the answer. Which is the last step for mathematical modeling? Rubbish. A. Right, A. Okay, next. Okay, next, move. Okay, move. Okay, now we get into page 31. Okay, get into page 31. Okay, so you're going to tell me the final answer. A, B, C, D. Which one? Come. I'm just going through the 1 mark question for once. Then we will focus on calculation full stop. Okay, very good. The answer is C. Why got B? Okay, I tell you why is it C. Now, so for me, if let's say like some of the students might forget a bit of the steps, you know what I do? I always go for the last 2. The last 2 is the easiest one. So this one number 6 and this one number 5. So it means 100% it will be QP. So it means my A out already. Right? And I know my first one is about what? My first one is like definitely about problems. identifying and defining the problems, correct? So identifying and defining problems, M is the first one. So D out. Lor. M is the first one. So we left these two only. But we know that our middle, the third one, it's about mathematics. Then it's about solutions. So it means suppose my before my refine, it's about solution. So my solution is supposed to be K. So my answer will be this one, K also. So the next one after before solution will be mathematics. So my answer will be C. Okay, my answer will be C. Okay, so far can? Okay, now everyone, so I skip this one. Okay, come. A company sold toys. The price of one particular toy is H. Okay, don't refer to the answer. Remember, don't refer. We use our skill to handle. Okay, and the answer and the number of toys X sold is based on the following demand equation. And you notice they get you X equals to negative minus 20H plus 500, and then they say that 0 lesser than H lesser equals 25 and so on. Okay, stop. So I'm gonna ask everyone this very important thing. Okay, you're gonna answer me in the chat. Quick one. Now tell me what is the price for one toy. What's the price for one toy? Simple question. It seems very easy. Seems easy, but then student might get stuck later. Later, not now. Okay, so what is the price for one toy? It's obvious. It's just in front of you. Yes, very good. It's RMH. Okay, RMH. But in your exam, ditch the unit. You can just keep the units. So you tell me H can already. Okay, second. Yeah, second. Can you tell me in total how many toys sold? Okay, very good. Very good. Now, so X, you're right, X. So now, A says that express the total sales J as a function of X. Okay, express the total sales J as a function of X. Now, I want students to use a bit of common sense, okay, a bit of common sense, like real life common sense. Can you explain to me by calculation, some examples lah, what is the meaning of total sales by calculation? Come, try. Like for example, let me get you like something not relevant to this, but it explains using calculation. Okay, for example, let's say we're going to talk about how we get selling price. How we get selling price. So if let's say you are selling something, let's say you are selling pen. So what you need to do is that you need to know how much is your pen's cost. So let's say you take from the supplier, and the supplier tell you that, oh, the pen that I sell to you 80 cents, 80 cents. But then you're going to sell it to your customers, right? And you need profit. That's why your costs need to add with profit. Then it becomes selling price. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. So when it comes to this situation, now my question to everybody, explain like what I did just now. What is the meaning of total sales? Arjun answered correctly. So I'm going to explain now. Total sales. Very good, Lokesh. The total sales comes from how much is the toy's price, or maybe how much is that one particular toy selling price per unit, right? And then you times with how many toys you sold. Total sales, right? So in this situation, students, do you have toys price? Yes, the toys price is H. One toy is H, right? And how many toys sold? X. Answer. I mean, this is how you explain total sales using information in the question. But let's say explanation wise, you will say selling price per unit times number of toys, you're right. Now, but can you stop here? Cannot. Number one, why you cannot stop here? Because they say 3 marks. Come on, 3 marks not that easy, right? So the second reason why you cannot stop here is because of this. Hey, student, express total sales J as a function of X, meaning you cannot put H inside. There must be X only. For example, if you want to express your answer this way, if they say express the total sales J as a function of H and X, then can. But it cannot. So what you should do is that you're going to replace the H with something else that you have X inside. You're going to replace it. So what you're going to do? Do you notice they get like one demand equation where there is H and X inside? So I take that and do some rearrangement. Okay, students, go ahead. If you get the answer, you can roughly type it to me. Okay, come, go ahead, try it. So I already get you the hint. You need to rearrange this given demand equation into H. Then you can replace it and expand. So X equals to negative 20H plus 500. 20H, you see, 20H equals to 500 minus X. You see, I'm trying to rearrange into H position. So h equals to 500 minus x over 20. Nice. I will replace the h with 500 over x over 20 times x. Everyone, multiply to the top. You cannot simplify the x, right? Just normal calculations now. 500x minus x squared over 20. Done. It's either you stop here, or you can choose to split it like what Lokesh did. You split it into what? I just put it by the side. J equals to 500x over 20 minus x squared over 20. Then you further into this if you want. Okay, if you want. Okay, if you want, you can do it this way. So both acceptable. So if any of you stop here, or maybe you stop here, both acceptable. Okay, can now, so the next thing will be, okay, can now, nice. So nothing much for B lah. I'll just tell you the final answer. You can handle it yourself. The answer is RM705. So you take any of the equation that you have, like it depends on which one is your final answer lah. It's either this or this. You replace the 30 into it, hantam calculator, done. Okay, cool. As for C, I'm gonna hint everybody any of you did C already, like just now you do it on your own, you did your C. So any of you get the answer, you can type your final answer to me. But while students, where you've done this question and you want to type the answer to me, right? Let me explain to students first. Okay, everyone. How many toys should be sold so that the company will get a maximum total sales? Okay, maximum total sales. Calculate the maximum sales. I'm gonna ask everyone, can you see the word maximum total sales? And can you see they said how many toys you have to sell to get maximum total sales? So the question is, what kind of Form 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 5, but you can teach 5 lah, up to Form 4, you will use to complete this question. Of course, they didn't ask you for that specific title to the topics, but which topic you will use to continue your question C. So while you tell me which topic you use, and tell me why you think is this topic. Why you think is this topic? I already said, chapter 8 is like random one. You might be using compound interest. You might be using something relating to linear equation. So it's like super random. Can you see first question, that second very important hint, what is it? Students, can you see you have square there? Your x, there's a square there? Or maybe if let's say you are using this, can you see there's a very obvious x square which is negative? Very good. Form 4, chapter 1, quadratic function. When you have negative x squared, remember your function is a set phase. Set phase, you will hit maximum, right? So question C is about Form 4, chapter 1. Okay, Form 4, chapter 1, maximum point. So how do you get maximum point? This is the concern. Okay, so since now, I already told you what to do. Okay, what to do. Okay, try. How do you get your maximum point? I hint you further. You want your x and y, right? How do you get the x? Come. How do you get the x? We have so many different ways, right? Remember the maximum point thing? So we talk about something relating to what? Your two roots plus together divided by 2. Or maybe like what Lokesh mentioned, negative b over 2a. Then you get your y and so on. This is the one. So that's why they don't really tell you directly, but they hint you. They hint you on that. Okay, they hint you on that. So what I do is that, assuming that you are not in this category, I'm pretty sure most of you stop here, correct? So for those that just now you get your answer, if let's say you stop here, just like me, can you type A? So for those that you stop here earlier in your part A, you type AA. So I want to know where you stop. Because for me, I'll stop at A. For me, I'll stop at A. Because lazy. Yeah, I don't want to waste my time and go and do this thing. If let's say I need it, then I will switch. So you have to be very sensitive with the information that you get. So that's why you see the x square there, like quite high chance it will be quadratic related really. So I'll move up. So let's say you didn't change to this position. So in this situation, I will change it. So I'll make it like J equals to 500 x minus x squared over, okay, over what? Over 20. Okay, over 20. So according to this, I will split lah. Because I know it's like quadratic related already. So I want to make it into like what students mentioned to me, teacher. Do you have to change to ax squared plus bx plus c? Yes. Because for us, we always do step 1, 2, 3, 4. So step number 1, of course, before we get into that step, we have to make sure we have this quadratic related stuff first. So 50 over x over 20 minus x squared over 20. This one, obviously, 25x. Okay, but I will still rewrite into negative 1 over 20 x squared plus 25x. Okay, stop. So according to this, I always remind myself 4 things. Okay, 4 things. I'll write it in detail. Step 1, I will make sure I know what is my graph shape. So my A shows -1/20. So it's a very obvious shape-wise, it's a set face, right? Okay, so these are the things that I'm going to explain to you. In your exam, I will tell you what's the working later. Okay, step 2. So I'll remind myself, oh, is there any Y in the set? Okay, is there any Y in the set, everyone? Is there any Y in the set? 0 lah. Suppose 0 lah. Correct. So if let's say set face at 0, then high chance something like this. Correct. Y in the set 0 ma. Correct. So that's why I'm just doing a draft, like temporary, just to show everybody the reason. Then step number 3, x-intercept, or maybe that so-called roots lah. Normally we say roots lah. Okay, roots lah. Student, how do you get roots? Type calculator lah. Correct. So when you type calculator, it will be something like, okay, I don't want to write that. Okay, we write lah. Okay, we write lah. Just to show everybody only, just to show. But of course, the working is way faster compared to all these things. I'm just explaining them to you. Okay, so the next one, let's say I want to do my x-intercept. Okay, so it will be -1/20 x squared plus 25x. I'm showing you the reason, everything equals to 0 because you're going to do y equals 0. So again, of course, I cannot stay like this. I have to make sure my calculation everything proper. So it will be x squared over 20 minus 25x equals 0. Everything times 20. Okay, first thing I times negative first. Okay, -1. Then I times 20, it becomes x squared minus. So continue explaining. So eventually you will get x. Depends on how you do. Some will type calculator, some won't. Okay, so as for me, since I know the skill on how to get it, so I will get these two things. Right? So students, let me show you. This will be 0 and this will be 500. So let me ask everyone, because a few students actually get 500 just now. I said like, so far now 4 students. One of the students put like 499.9, is it? 0.96. Okay, now, so I'm going to ask everyone, is this how you get that so-called maximum? For the few students that you get common mistake? Because just how there is 4 students writing 500 and 499.96. So is that how you get your maximum just now? Because you factorize it? So I'm doing that prediction on all the errors, Okay, now, so I'm going to stop for a while, I see. Now, so students, I'm showing you the pictures, everything, But the thing is that if you want maximum total sales, where is your maximum total sales? This is that important workings that belongs to you. So I write in red. This is the correct working. Because students, they don't know what to do. They simply hantam, then they put 500. I'm guessing maybe that's the reason. Okay, so suppose according to maximum, this is maximum because it is a negative graph. So maximum sales, maximum point. So how do you get maximum point? How do you get maximum point x and y? Okay, let me show you. First, common sense. Look at this. This is your x and y. So here is your x. Here is your y. Everyone, look at the x. Jonas, very good. So everyone, can you see the x? You can use common sense by doing x equals to 0 plus 500 divided by 2. You get 250. That's your answer. But then I'm pretty sure students that know the situation will do this. I'll put here or. Okay, I'm pretty sure students that know the situation, they will definitely do this. They will say, teacher, x equals to negative b. So the b will be 25 lah. Okay, because student will do this one, I'm pretty sure student do this. Right? Just now, Lokesh did this. Then 2 times with a, -1/20. So because if you do this, you still get the same 250. Anyone did the second one? If you did the second one as your maximum sales, okay, maximum sales, can you type 2? If let's say students, you did the first one, you type 1. I just want to see which one you do. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will do second one. Okay. So there will be students that use number 1. Use number 1, like some common sense idea, right? So I'm pretty sure most of you all will use number 2. Okay, so you let me know so I can know the situation, so I can do a survey of it. Okay. So this is like there's choice, so you can do it yourself. So this x, I just want to ask like extra, okay? Students, besides knowing that this is the x, okay, this is the x, where this x, okay, let me just go down. Students, the 500, the roots is actually representing what? the root is actually representing x, so x is the number of toys, so this is the number of toys. I mean, I'm showing you the graph so that you know the situation. So students, can you tell me what is the y representing? The total sales in RM for the y-axis. And then for this maximum point, y is your maximum money. You're right, your maximum sales, right? So how do you get that? Then you sub. Then you sub. So I will just get back my original equation, which is the function, okay? Which actually, instead of saying, this one is y, but suppose over here, you should say j. Okay, so I'll write out next working, j equals to -1/20, x squared will be 250 squared plus 25 times 250. So you boom everything into your calculator, Buddha. What do you get? You get 3125. So you put there, therefore, according to coordinate 250, 3125, right? Then you have to write, so 250 toys sold, comma, maximum sales of RM 3,125. Stop. This is how you write. Okay, determine the price of 1 unit of toys so that the sales is maximum. Okay. They want the price of 1 toy. Hey, come on, you have the maximum sales already, and do you notice they want 1 unit of toy? Yeah, 1 unit of toy you have, just now H, right? So H equals to what? 500 minus x over 20, right? So what is your x maximum sales? So 500 minus 250 over 20. Because just now when you hit maximum sales, you will sell 250 toys, right? So 250 divided by 20. So it means it will be 12.50. So you put therefore RM 12.50 cents. Or maybe, I'm pretty sure some student will say, sure, waste of time. Just go and take the 3125 divided by 250. Cannot, man? Can. So anyone use this, you type 1. Anyone use the second one, I said 3125 divided by 250, you type 2. So I know where you. Okay, so yes, not bad. So that's why use your I mean, the way I solve, it might not be the way you handle, right? So that's why use your skill. You have your skill, right? So that's why the more you do, the better, okay, the more you do, the better. So that's why this is, I don't know, so I think chapter 8 is something worth sharing, That's why I don't plan to skip. But I always did do this, when I start, like at the end of it, students said, teacher, never mind, my teacher skipped already. That's why I put it over here to start with you first.